To Strathroy Rockets hockey, brought to you by Domino's Pizza, live on 105.7 myFM. 20 minutes start from the Chatham Memorial. The Rockets lead the Maroons by a score of 1-0, joined by general manager, assistant general manager, I believe, with Chatham. Is it assistant, Bill, or is it GM?
Call it what you will. I'll take assistant for now. I don't want all that responsibility.
Let's go back to last year, at the end of last year. Your thoughts on last season with the Maroons?
I thought last season was awesome. Ran into a real tough playoff battle. I mean, Strathroy gave us all they had, but London had just a real strong team full of 20-year-olds. It was really tough to overcome.
What was the consensus with the management over the off-season? What was the focus coming off that 5-game defeat in the final last year? What did you want to put out for a product this year?
Well, we were hoping our goaltender would come back strong again. Darian Ekblad's come back for sure. Follow that up with Johnson and that young 16-year-old drafted by the Windsor Spitfires. We knew we were having a good group of 94s, Chris, coming back, that we've been waiting to mature. And as you can see tonight, that group of 94s, the Verbooms, the Richardsons, the Palazzolos, they're all there to play.
How was camp in the summer? What you expected?
Camp was what we expected. We didn't want to waste a whole lot of time with players that, we wanted to get them out to their junior C camps as soon as possible. So we concentrated on real small numbers. We got down to a real good base and just worked from there. That was the game plan.
New face behind the bench. Tell us the story.
The story is awesome. Mark Davis coming over from Lambton Shores. You can tell there's a different vibe in the dressing room. He's a real players coach. He gets right in there with them. Awesome guy, great motivator, and I think we're all going to learn a lot from Mark Davis. Was there definitely a need for a change behind the bench, and was it the final series last year that kind of contributed to it? No, not at all. Mr. Bowler made a decision that he wanted to coach his son's hockey team. So he's coaching AAA. We didn't feel that it was appropriate to do both and dedicate your time in a fashion that's needed at this level. However, he is doing that down in, with LaSalle right now, given lots of leeway with scheduling, and I wish him the best of luck. Great.
Talk to us about Mark Davis. Why was he top of the ladder for you?
Well, there's 30-some years of experience there. You can tell right off the get-go that man knows his hockey. I don't think that it was a very obvious choice. Mark had sort of approached us and said, hey, if anything comes up in Chatham, he'd be very much interested. He was here when they won a couple of championships, so he knows what it takes.
Big transaction last week with the Lambton Shores Predators, bringing over sniper, 4-year veteran Kyle Brothers. Of course, speculation across the league has a lot to do with maybe because Mark Davis is here. Take us through that transaction, and why did you want Kyle?
Well, Kyle was a 77-point man last year. There's no doubt about it. He's a 20-year-old. His focus was, and this happens a lot, when you're 20 years old, you want to grab onto a team that might, eventually give you a championship, and that was his goal. When he knew Mr. Davis was coming over early on in the year, there was speculation that he was coming here. He made that wish known. We had sort of the same thing here in Chatham, obviously, Chris, with Morgan going to St. Thomas. We honored his wishes. He's been traveling all over the place with the OHA, wanted to get back to his hometown. We honored that, and Lambton Shores did the same, bringing brothers this way.
Stemming from last season to the start of this season, if there were holes to fill, do you think you filled them, or is there still some moves for Chatham to make?
No, I think we've done a great job of recruitment. Obviously, Kyle Brothers filled that spot to put up some more points. We're very solid defensively. We're very solid goaltender-wise. Every team's going to make a move as you get in where you see that you might have some holes based on injury or based on performance, but right now we're pretty happy.
As we do when we visit Chatham for the first time, we sit down and we talk Chatham Maroons hockey. Thanks, Bill.
Thanks a lot, Chris.
Good luck this year.
Great to see you. Thanks.
Assistant GM with the Chatham Maroons, Bill Cumming. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about this hockey game. The Rockets lead 1-0 on 105.7 myFM.